To Brussels, back to Brussels again. We're back and forward there today. Nigel Farage is waiting for us there. Angela Smith says no one can say that Parliament hasn't voted to deliver the spirit of the referendum result. What do you say to that?
Utter nonsense. I mean, look, we voted to leave in a referendum when every leading proponent on both the Leave and Remain side said the consequence of voting Leave was to leave the European Union, the single market and the customs union. That could not have been clearer. We then had a general election. 85% of people voted for parties saying they would respect the result of the referendum. And we then had 500 MPs vote for Article 50 to say we leave on March the 29th at 11 p.m. UK time with or without a deal. And what we've seen is a country, a Leave voting country, that in many ways is more resolute in that view than it was back at the time of the referendum, and a Remain Parliament trying to frustrate it every inch of the way.
Well, except that quite a lot of Brexiteers are voting against the May deal too. And if the Brexiteers weren't voting against it, it may actually get through. But the role of Parliament is interesting. And stick with us, Nigel Farage, because I just want to pay a bit of the Speaker Bercow has just made a statement almost in response to the Prime Minister's statement last night. Let's listen to this and then I'll get your reaction.
None of you is a traitor. All of you are doing your best. This should not be, and I'm sure will not prove, to be a matter of any controversy whatsoever.
Never miss an opportunity to insert yourself in the story. Nigel Farage, MPs are not traitors.
Well, I've never used that word. Deceitful, dishonest, and many others. I've never got as far as I've never got as far as calling people traitors. Look, not only did those MPs vote for Article 50, and the terms of which were very, very clear, but we've also had a Prime Minister telling us over 100 times we are leaving on March the 29th. If we do not leave on March the 29th, it is a betrayal of the greatest democratic exercise in the history of this nation. And the problem here, of course, is the Prime Minister. Because there she is giving her speech to the nation, saying, I'm on your side, as if she's the one pushing Brexit. And Andrew, I get tired of hearing commentators talking about Mrs May's deal. It is not a deal. It is a treaty, a new, legally binding international treaty. We're leaving one treaty for another, and the one she wants us to sign up to is even worse than the one we're just leaving. So let's just leave with no deal, and believe you me.
So should we just stay in then?
Actually,
I mean, if the only option's worse than the status quo, maybe we should just stay in and just regard the past 3 years as actually never happened.
How's the march going, Nigel?
oh, very well indeed.
Have you got any more than 150 people? How many have you employed to go on your march?
And by the way, Anna Soubry, you're the one that said you respected the result of the referendum.
I do. That's why I voted to trigger Article 50.
And now you've changed your mind.
No, I haven't.
And isn't it funny?
It's funny how you don't listen.
Let him finish and then I'll come back.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't listen anyway.
The People's Vote campaign, who said they were campaigning for a second referendum, have now today gone all out for revocation of Article 50.
Well, I don't speak for the People's Vote campaign. I speak for me and I speak for my constituents, which you don't, because you keep on being failed to get elected into Parliament. You are the ultimate member of the political elite. Now let's have less of your nonsense, because I can tell you about the rhetoric of likes of you, Mr Farage.
New Labour lies. Alistair Campbell, well done. You probably should have been Labour from the very start.
But I tell you what I am.
Isn't it fascinating to see?
Can I just say something?
To see that the People's Vote now want a revocation of Article 50, and maybe if there is a vote in Parliament to be had next week, why not give MPs the choice, revoke Article 50 or leave with no deal?
Well, anyway, let's have an intelligent...
Well, that's an interesting choice, isn't it? That would be quite a, what do they call it, a binary choice.
No, let's have enough of Mr Farage's nonsense and let's get into the real world. In the real world, people like me voted to trigger Article 50 to honour the referendum result. I have never actually cast a vote that anybody could say was trying to stop Brexit, and I'm tired of these lies, and I'm tired of this rhetoric, and I'll tell you one of the reasons why is because I'm tired of the abuse and the death threats that many of us receive, to the point whereby actually Mr Farage is succeeding in shutting people up. But the real matter is this: it's never been the case that Parliament, in my view, can stop Brexit. It is only the case that it has to go back to the British people, and they're entitled to have a say on Brexit, a say on Mrs May's deal. He's right, that's where we do agree it's not a deal. They are entitled to have that, and they're entitled to change their minds.
All right, let me go back to...
Many millions are now changing their minds.
I need to bring Joanna Cherry in a minute, but before I do, Nigel Farage, I'll let you respond to that.
Look, I mean, it's perfectly clear Anna Soubry has broken her promise to her electors. Everything in public she said she's now going against.
That's
she
not
wants
true.
a second referendum.
That's a lie.
That campaign that she's associated with have now, as I say, gone out today, all out for the revocation of Article 50. If there is to be a parliamentary showdown, let's have it.
Right.
Let's have
well,
it.
we're on
Prime
the
Minister,
campaign. No,
and let MPs
No,
make
I'm
a
sorry.
choice.
End up with me not being able to go to my home
This is
tonight
not the Anna Soubry
because
hour. Joanna Cherry.